It gives me great pleasure to have the wonderful Leon Pettit here, ESFL veteran for week 12 of the Hastings report. Leon, how was your week?
Yeah, it was lovely. I had a nice week off work. Lovely day at the Amex on Saturday as well. And back to work today. I was crying a bit last night, but that's life.
Well, quickly, let's talk about the Amex. You thought they were going to get stuffed. Tell us about the game.
I like to think we got on their case. It's just sort of the booing started from the first minute at Potter and Cucurella after Chelsea coaching staff, but it just made for a really good atmosphere. It's the best atmosphere I've seen at that ground for a long time. And normally it can be a bit quiet there, but it was a good day around. A few beers on the train on the way over, a few beers at the ground. So
Nice one.
It's a good day.
Yeah. Well, seeing Chelsea lose, no one ever sheds any tears to that. So let's go over to the SCFL. So we're looking at the results that happened. First of all, we go to the 25th of October. It's a Tuesday for the Sussex Principal RUR Charity Cup. Little Common absolutely spanked Halsham Town 5-0. Jamie Bunn, Sam Crutwell, Lewis Holt, and 2 from Sam Ellis. Lovely victory there for Little Common, wasn't it, sir?
Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot to say about that. It's a cup game, so Halsham were league below, aren't they? So obviously turned up and rolled them over. So,
and then the Wednesday, the day after, Bexhill were playing Montpellier Villiers again in the same cup. Game was over at half time, 3-0 to Bexhill, 2 from the Shonker and 1 from Tom Vickers. Again, expected, really, wasn't it, that result?
Yeah, so two good results for the Bexhill teams, really. So
then we move on. Midders and Eastbourne in the league were playing Little Common. Little Common visited and beat them 4-2. It was a good result against Midhurst, who were fairly strong at home. Goals for Little Common were from Sam Crutwell and a hat-trick from Sam Ellis. Nice win there for Little Common.
Yeah, no, they got a good little run going, haven't they? Obviously, one in the Vars. Had a few good results there, and to get a convincing win against a sort of a fellow mid-table side, really.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Then on the Saturday, that's in the league again. That was Bexhill at the Polegrove. Unfortunately, lost to Broadbridge Heath. Broadbridge top of the league. I mean, they've given their first defeat for Bexhill in over 3 years with a second half strike from Lewis Evans. It's a shame. I mean, obviously all records get broken eventually, but it was a tough ask against the top side, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, you knew it was going to be tough for him. I think obviously Broadbridge are top, but flying at the minute. So the Bexhill had got a really good result the weekend before, and they went to Horndean, something like that. Yeah, but yeah, they were sort of similar records to Broadbridge. So for them to pull off a result like that 2 weeks in a row would have been a tough ask. So hopefully they can bounce back from it.
Well, yeah, so then we look at the fixtures. So Bexhill are at home to AFC Uckfield on Wednesday. Coming up, Uckfield, lower mid-table side. You'd expect Bexhill to get 3 points there, wouldn't
you? Yeah, just like you say, Uckfield are a lower mid-table side. The form's a bit hit and miss. So I'd expect Bexhill's quality to shine through there.
And then we've got Bexhill again on the Saturday. They're going to Hassocks. It's a battle of 6th versus 7th. There's only a point between them. I couldn't guess that one, really. Yourself, Leon?
No, same. Yeah, I think it'd be very, very close game. Tough one to call.
Well, this one might not be tough to call, unfortunately. Little Common have got Stenning Town are coming to Little Common, who are 13 games unbeaten. 4th place, 3rd off top, Stenning Town. But that's my prediction. I'm not sure Little Common will get any points out of that. What about yourself? What do you think, Leon?
No, same here. Stenning, I think their form's literally 1-1-1-1. There's a draw in there somewhere, but they're top of the form table. They've got prolific striker who's got 14 goals so far. He's near the top of the goal scoring table. So I'm not confident from a Common point of view. But
yeah, no angry tweets, Little Common fans. You do well to get any points from that one. So moving on to the MSFL. First game that came up, which would be last Saturday, it was Willingdon versus Hollington. Hollington, top of the table. I mean, it's a march on to promotion here. I mean, they're now 11 points clear, comfortable 4-0 winners. Stephen Hickman-Smith, Lewis McGuigan, Danny Ellis and Drew Greenall got the goals for Hollington. It's a bit of a procession at the moment, isn't it, Leon? Hollington from strength to strength.
Yeah, it looked like a comfortable afternoon for Hollington, and you think you see who they had on the bench that day as well. Like they'd easily walk into any other city, but then even teams higher, really. So just going by what I've seen online, I think Hollington never really got out first gear and sort of cruised to a victory there. But from a Willingdon point of view, I think they should be happy it wasn't more, because I think we was expecting the worst for Willingdon.
Score.
Yeah.
Westfield entertained Cookfield Rangers. 2-1 winners, Warren Pethig and George Landace getting the goals. Just an honourable mention to Asher Grindle, who got himself sent off in the 7th minute. Naughty boy. Great result for Westfield against promotion rival. I mean, despite being down to 10 men, only 3 points off second place Linfield, which is a surprise, thinking back a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Obviously, Westfield, they've got, their ambition is to get promoted. And I think before the season started, we were agreeing with him, and then they had a bit of an iffy few weeks. I mean, bearing in mind that one of those results was against Hollington when they first played him. So, but no, Westfield looking strong again, and to play Cookfield and beat them with 10 men for the majority of the game as well, looking good.
Yeah, excellent stuff. And then we go to Reigate Priory, entertained Sedlescombe Rangers. Kieran Dennerly won it late for Reigate. No surprise there, really. Sedlescombe struggling a little now.
But it was an injury time goal, wasn't it? It must have been absolutely gutting for Sedlescombe. I think it was like the 96th, 97th minute, near enough, the last kick of the game. So that's got to be a massive kick in the teeth for them. But keep ploughing on, Sedlescombe. I'm sure they'll keep picking up points.
Well, talking about picking up points, Battletown won 4-0 against Ashurst Wood. I mean, they've won the last 5 out of 6. Battletown, form team, and Ashurst are heading in the wrong direction at the moment. Battle's goal scorers were Adam Robinson, Tristan Mayhew, Dean Boyd, and Glenn Carrick. It's great stuff from Battletown, isn't it? Really big surprise.
Absolutely flying. Yeah, really good run of games. Since we were basically writing them off 2 games into the season, weren't we? So
shows you how much we know, mate.
Yeah, no, it's good to see. They've Battle sort of built themselves up from scratch about 15 odd years ago. So see them sort of slowly building, working their way up. It's good. It's nice to see.
No, excellent. Yeah. And so we go to the fixtures. So on the 5th of November, 12:30 kickoff is Ringmer versus Battletown. Mid-table Ringmer. With the way Battletown are flying, you never know. I think you've got a fancy Battletown there, haven't you?
Yeah, fancy Battle. I would never have said that at the start of the season when we all had Ringmer down as one of the teams to watch. But Ringmer ain't all that. And Battle looking really good at the minute. So,
well, it just so happens, talking about not being all that, Sedlescombe Rangers in a 2:00 kickoff on the 5th are facing Holland Sports. I think one of your tips. A game, I mean, Sedlescombe really need to win over second off bottom Holland Sports. Do you think maybe Sedlescombe could get some points there?
Obviously, a must-win game for them, but obviously, like this week that just gone, they just lost to an injury time goal. I can't remember if it's the week before or the week before that. They felt hard done by, didn't they? I think they had a soft penalty decision against them. Felt like they more than competed. So yeah, Holland obviously having a bit of a torrid time at the minute. So hopefully, Sedlescombe can keep up those sort of levels of performance up, and I might be able to get something from it.
So that's a long-winded answer to say a draw.
Sedlescombe win.
Sedlescombe win, excellent. Yeah. Right. And then again on the 5th, 2 p.m, Westfield face Rotherfield at the Parish Field. A game that Westfield, if they've got promotion aspirations, it's a must-win, really. Rotherfield have just lost to Holland Sports. So, I mean, it's a very winnable game.
I concur.
So we move on to the ESFL. Now, the ESFL is very much affected by cup games. So there's not that many games, but we're just going to run through them now. So in the ESFL Prem, Punnetstown 2, Hawkhurst United 2. Unfortunately, as the wonders of the FA site, when I last looked, we had no goals down. Also, Robertsbridge game against Rockingham was postponed. That was due to having no ref. Apparently, the ref was sent to a county game and they couldn't find a replacement. Then we move Sidley United. Unfortunately, lost 1-0 to Bexhill, AAC. Oscar Hammond getting a goal for Bexhill, and it should have been more. Apparently, from what I've read, there was some real heroics in goal from Richie Gray in the Sidley goal. St Leonard Social faced Westfield Reserves, 4-0 to Westfield. Baxter Orchard got 2. Algie Toure got a goal, and Cameron Thompson got the last one for Westfield. And that is the ESFL Prem. So then we move on to the ESFL Division 1. Jesters played South Coast Atletico, and this is obviously the last game, unfortunately, before Atletico have left the league. They've disbanded, they're out of the league now, but they lost 6-2. Jesters' goals were from Reece Davey with a brace, Kean Davies, Joe Flatley, Callum Sheriff, and Joe Sheriff. The goals for Atletico, Ethan Bilsby and Aaron Lillycrop. Shame to hear about Atletico. Apparently struggling to put a side together. I don't really want else to say to that, really, Leon. I mean, you got any thoughts on Atletico leaving?
Another club gone, isn't it? So, but they did start. They'd hoped to start the season with 2 teams because we played them in a friendly, and I think after we played in that friendly, their second team folded. So I'm surprised to see them go straight from having 2 teams to folding all together. But it's always a shame to see a team fold, especially this day and age where we want more teams to be entering the leagues. But it's just the way it is at the minute, isn't it? The commitment's not there from people. They'd rather be sat at home watching the football rather than getting kicked.
Get stuck in.
Yeah, rather than getting into scraps or whatever. But
well, just on that subject, obviously we've seen Hastings Town been announced that there's going to be Hastings Town are going to join the ESFL from the beginning of next season. And anyone listening or watching, obviously we'll tell you all the updates as it comes. Apparently there is a big announcement on Friday, and we'll talk about that next week. I did say, because Chris Agata commented on it, that maybe this is the comeback, that Aggie's maybe going to be Hastings Town manager. You never know, do you, Leon? Battletown Reserves were playing Tackleway, and, well, Tackleway won 9-0. 4 goals from Jordan Harley, Cale Hackos, Toby Payne, Toby Shaw, and 2 from Nathan Smith won that game for Tackleway. I mean, unbeaten Tackleway, and they're 3 points clear now. It looks like that's their league to win. Move on to Division 2. Bexhill Rovers played Pass and Move seconds. The only goal on the FA website is Callum Smith for Pass and Move. There's no other goals, so my apologies. I don't know who the scorer is. But Pass and Move seconds with a comfortable win. Division 3 and Division 4, there's no games because it's all ESFL Cup games. So we'll move on to the ESFL Cup. Lots of games in this cup. That's why half the league isn't playing. So, first of all, we've got Rye Town playing Bexhill Town. Rye Town winning 2-0, Robert Levitt, and there's no other goal scorer, so I'm presuming it's an own goal. Would you concur, Leon? Usually when they don't have anyone else down, it's... Yeah. Rye Town, cracking season, and doing well in the cup as well. Hollington United Reserves played Little Common Reserves, and, well, 5-1 to Hollington. A Mr. Spice scored. John Joe O'Rourke, 2 from Jake Buckley, and a goal from Thomas Childs for Hollington. The goal for Little Common from Connor Jackson. Pass and Move Firsts beat Wadhurst United 4-2. The goals for Pass and Move were from Jack Booth, Fraser Discali, Philip Hatch, and Curtis Coombs. The Bateman brothers scored for Wadhurst, Harry and Ryan. Sandhurst beat Who Firsts. James Found, who scores the goals all the time. Nathan Mosley and John Bilsby. The goals for Sandhurst. Tommy Warren and Grant Wright scoring for Who. Then we move on to Icklesham Casuals playing Ninfield. 2 second-half goals from Jason Taylor. 1 for Ninfield, and a certain Agata was playing for Ninfield again. Have you got anything on that game? What have you heard, Leon?
Nothing interesting, mate.
Not even random gossip, moans, groans, abuse.
No toys thrown out the pram this week.
No. Okay. Sussex Rangers reserve played Pesh Hill. Pesh Hill turned up and won it 5-2. Goals from Jackson Francis, 2 from George Osborne and 2 from Travis Parks. The FA site hasn't got the Sussex Rangers goals at time of recording. Victoria Baptists lost 3-0 to Nordium 75. Adam Page, Oscar Garcia Cruz and Gavin Moffat Bailey getting the goals for Nordium. Then we move on to Burwash first, playing Robertsbridge United reserves. Robertsbridge United scorers were Tom Ripley with a couple, Jack Dean and Austin Galea. Phil Collins, funnily enough, scored for Burwash. He's obviously spreading his career out. And Archie Jupp got the second for Burwash. Hastings Athletic beat Westfield Thirds 2-1. Harley Glazier and Archie Sherwood were the goals for Hastings, with Lewis Barrett getting the goal for Westfield. Hawkhurst Reserves beat Battletown Thirds 3-2. No goals on the FA site at time of recording. My apologies. Hurstman Zoo were playing Pass and Move Thirds. The game was declared a home win. Fairly sure that the Pass and Move couldn't put a side together, and that's why Hurstman Zoo move on to the next round. Mountfield United beat Sussex Rangers Reserves 1-0. At time of recording, the FI site hasn't got Mountfield's goal. Tackleway Reserves lost 5-1 to Ticehurst Firsts. Darren Nichol getting a hat-trick. Finley Brown and an own goal were the scorers for Ticehurst, and Samuel Robinson Guthrie got the goal for Tackleway Reserves. Wellcroft Park Rangers Reserves beat Catsfield First 5-1. Ben Ackhurst with a hat-trick in the second half. James Burnett and Mark Hedges with the goals for Wellcroft, and Jacob Jones for Catsfield. And that is the ESFL Cup. So, yeah, we go over to the team of the week. So, in goal, Rye Town's Doug Johnston. At the back four, Robertsbridge United's Sam Sargent. Pass and Moves, Ben Rosling. Jack Walker of Who. Nathan Tutt of Tackleway. On the right-hand side of midfield, we've got Jacob MacArthur of Pass and Move. Bexhill, AAC's Charlie Sellins in midfield with Jordan Harley of Tackleway. And on the left, Harvey Millwood of Crowhurst. Up front, we got Baxter Orchard of Westfield and Robertsbridge United's Tom Ripley. Any comments on that side, Leon? I mean, obviously, all of them had a decent week this week.
Yeah, well done, lads.
Okay, well, that was the week that was. Leon, as always, a pleasure. And, well, I'll see you next week.
I'll see you next week.